Welcome to Module 15, Python Modules. Thus far, we've focused on the built-in features of Python. These are the features that are available immediately at the beginning of every Python program. So there's a lot more functionality that you can access, and you do so with this import statement. So we've seen this before by importing the random module, and now we're going to see how we can import many other modules to access even more functionality. So that's what this import statement does. It just allows you access to all these objects outside of the built-ins. So all of these other objects are part of what is called the Python standard library. This is distributed with each Python installation. These objects are not available immediately. You have to use the import statement. So I like to analogize the Python standard library to a real-world library where you have a collection of books. So in a real-world library, you have all these books. If you want information on one particular subject, you go get your book, you read about it, and then you learn about it. So the Python standard library is similar. There's all these modules. Each module has a specific collection of objects that you can use for completing a specific task. So like the random module that we've used before has all of these functions that are associated with creating some sort of random number in some way, or choosing items randomly. So the way to use the import statement is pretty simple. We're going to see this below. Import and then the module name, just like that. So you might be wondering, well, what exactly is a module? So just to break it down technically, a module is just simply Python code. So all Python code is stored in files on your machine, right? You can access all of this code. You can just open up a file. You can see a bunch of Python code. A single file is called a Python module. All right. So to get access to these, you have to import these modules into your program, just like this, and then you can use this name in order to use that functionality within. All right, let's take a look at the Python standard library. I have a link right here. So this is a direct link to the official documentation. So the actual Python library, if you scroll down a little bit, is down here. It starts at this text processing. All these things above are actually built in. So everything over here is really just built in. It actually says built-in functions, built-in constants, built-in types, built-in exceptions. And finally, we get to this section, which has all of the modules for the standard. This is considered the standard library. So it is very extensive. There is over 100 modules here that are available. So you can import each and every one of these. Now, since there's so many, we're definitely not going to go through all of them. We're just going to pick out some of them and go through them. So you can see here, these are all categorized. These are all for processing text. These are all for different data types. This is all for numeric and mathematical operations. We have worked with the random module, so that's this one right here. So we've already seen one instance of this. And so what we're going to do is just go through several more of these so you can understand what is available. And then once you know how to use some of them, then you should be able to, take that and just be able to use, any number of them on your own. So you're about to get access. This should be a pretty exciting part of the course to a lot more functionality in Python, not just the built-ins, but this huge, standard library that you can get access to with one step, and that is the import statement.